Hi, welcome to this ResRequest tutorial on accounts code building as it affects accounting. During this tutorial, I'll just highlight some of the key points that perhaps accounting input is required. Let's pick up with the first of these. Now you know that each person in the system is given a username and password. They are then put into a group to work in the system. That group has got different rights, and some of those rights, let's just look at those quickly, would be to avoid invoices and void payments. So be aware that each group, if they've given this right, will be able to void invoices and payments. In addition to this, each group is assigned functionality in the system that they can work with. Let's look at that quickly. Payments record here, either no access or full management reading update. So that particular group will have full management rights and could then record payments into reservations. In addition to that, the code building for extras, for example, where the pricing and the tax implications on that extra, that function is also allowed per group, either on a no basis, read basis, update or management basis. Let's look at that code on extras quickly. Here we can see that when we are setting up under the different groups or categories of extras, we set up individual extras, and those are then subject or not subject to certain tax restrictions or implications. For example, is it chargeable or not? Should it be chargeable, then we have a variety of items that come in. What is the currency? Is there commission payable, receivable? What is the amount? And what are the tax implications? Is it VAT exempt or any one of the others that have been built into the system? In addition to this, when we are setting up rates, there are different building blocks that are used for setting up rates, and let's look at those. Two of them are tax rates and tax group. In addition to that, there could be a combination or groups of those taxes, and in that case we would then set up a tax group where multiple taxes will apply. Now those multiple taxes could apply, or individual taxes would apply to rates. When you're setting them up, rates are set up out of different components, and each one of these components has different tax implications. Let's now look at the business structure of your operation and how that's set up in the system and what the options are. Typically we'll have a marketing name, an invoice name, and the different properties. Let's just have a look at this one, the invoicing unit. And in this particular case we can see we have a general ledger currency, what the prefix is for the invoice, where the start number is, and also a registration number, tax number, and on invoicing we have default options that can be set. Any one of these by selection will appear on your invoice document. That is as a default selection on all documents every time they're produced. Let's have a look at some default settings that affect accounts in the system. Administration, setup, defaults. Here we can see under documentation that we have the different titles of the documents, and these can be amended as required. In addition, we have the option to show the tax or the tax table. Under the financials tab, how the system governs the exchange rates if it's going to be used like that, and then also what the invoice date is, could be either arrival or departure date, and then payment plans for different agents, what a default one would be for the system. We hope you found this tutorial on code building as it affects accounting useful.